Hi, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Amanda.
and we are serving up
All that jam.
All That Jam, Quick Hit. Maggie Rose new singles.
Thank you for this. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you.
It's nice to meet you guys. Thank you for what you do. I love the
Yes,
show.
it's fantastic.
Awesome.
You had a 45 come out, first song from a new album.
Yes. First new music in quite some time. My last release was August 2021 with Have a Seat. And it just felt like such a great lead song from this collection of songs because it's all about confidence and, having, holding some good cards in your hand, which is what I feel like I have with the rest of this album.
There you go. And what's the name of it?
This song's called Underestimate Me.
Nice,
And I
nice.
wrote
And
it
then,
with Henry Brill and Chris Galbuta, who are two buddies of mine that I've written a bunch of songs with over the years. But they have become friends, so I get to kind of talk with them about things I run into in the industry. Being a woman, I think everyone gets underestimated in every profession, no matter who you are, or what you look like. But it just felt like kind of a fun sort of tongue-in-cheek way to be like, just hang in there, wait to see what I got.
very interesting. Now, did you do a lot of writing on this LP with them? Or
I
if
wrote
they just won this one?
I wrote one other song with them that I kind of considered to be the reprise to the whole record. And I wrote a song with just Henry alone that we wrote over a couple months, actually. That was one of those songs that the majority of it was written after one event, like inspired by a lot of things going on during the pandemic. Right after George Floyd was murdered. And then the song just kind of evolved and we were adding to it bit by bit after some time transpired, which is not how I always write songs. Sometimes it's just like, well, that happened in 2 hours and then it never happens again like that, or they just take a long time to curate and edit.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I was wondering if that was typical for you. So that must have been a really just intense moment all around. Did you ever feel like you needed to go back to it, or was it kind of set as you wrote it? You're like, no, this is what it needs to be.
I think it needed a positive arc. With this song with Henry that I wrote in particular, it's called Lonely War. And I actually, with this album in particular, kind of had to just sit with sadness in some of the songs. There's a little rage and anger. There's a lot of introspection. It's definitely the most personal record I've ever put together. But I think that that's okay. And that's why it feels scary and why this record feels a little bit more intimate, because I'm not trying to soften the edges at every turn with all the songs and what they mean. But it was also really cathartic to write them. So there's beauty in that and comfort. And I hope that it provides that for the people who hear it.
There you go. And this record is on a new label. Didn't you announce last week something?
I did. Yes, I signed with Big Loud, and they are making huge moves and lots of noise in Nashville. And I consider myself to be not of really one genre in particular. I had this album mastered in January, so to me, it seems like such a pure relationship rooted in trust and creativity, because they intercepted something that I was doing, which was just, me doing music on my own terms. And they accepted it fully. And they're just kind of helping me release this music in, the ways that I had always dreamed I'd be able to, and giving me a boost that I've been waiting to get for a long time. But it had to be an authentic bond between me and a team that really doesn't want me to alter my course or change what I'm doing or follow the trends. And I think that's going to lead to a nice, hopefully very long, sustainable relationship.
So has it been driving you crazy to be sitting on an album since January?
Yeah. What do you think? Absolutely. But it's fun now because there's this renewing energy that I'm feeling about all of these songs, because I actually have been able to kind of keep a secret for a while. We do play a lot of these songs live, which is, for me, it's always been such a valuable tool in assembling an album. I want to go road test these songs, and the litmus test is if people are resonating with what we're singing. So there's a few that are unreleased that we've been sharing with everyone, but I've been signed with Big Loud since March, and we just announced last week, as you know. So I've just been over here kind of like, let's go, let's do this.
Oh, I know.
In my mind, I'm already putting together the next album, but I guess
Mhm.
that's just an indication of how much I like what I'm doing. It's like, all right, on to the next thing.
And
But I'm
they've
happy
got
this music is getting its moment.
there's I don't know if I'd call it an imprint, or maybe it's a completely separate label, Songs and Daughters, right? Because I've been reading about that.
Mm-hmm.
And the genesis for that is really interesting to me. It sounds like maybe those two kind of work in a collaborative sense, but I'm not sure. Are you connected to the Songs and Daughters?
I'm not directly, but I'm so all about what they're doing. Nicole Gallion spearheaded this whole imprint. Obviously, it's female forward on who they're signing. And it's celebrating like a niche of what I think is very much country music and what should be celebrated, but more of that female perspective. And that's just another cool sign of Big Loud really wanting to evolve and change. And even though they've had such commercial success, I think this is the time where they can expand and grow and define who they're going to be in the long run. And Big Rock is another imprint that they have, which celebrates a lot of Nashville artists that are definitely left of center and not doing what you typically find on Music Row. There's punk rock artists, and there's just more indie lo-fi approaches that some of these artists on that imprint are taking. And it's just an exciting time because they're all over the place. But the one consistent thing that I've found is that everyone knows all the music that they're working at that company, and they feel genuinely connected to it. So there's skin in the game beyond just the investment that they're making. I think that this is a stage in their in their evolution that's going to determine who they are, and they want these artists to help them tell their story as well.
If you are enjoying All That Jam, please like and subscribe to our social media channels at All That Jam Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our website, allthatjampod.com. Make sure to sign up for our email list and tune in every week for new episodes.
Also, look for full interviews on our YouTube channel. And remember, stay beautiful, but don't stay underground too long.